comes to us. Paul always looks very, very smart. We had no interest in videos at all, really, until we met Tim Pope. He sort of fired an enthusiasm that was latent in us for presenting the group in ways which would be complementary to what we did musically. Up until then, it had always been something, you know, the record company would say, right, now's the time, you know, next Wednesday you go and make your video, and we'd always think, oh, you know, we can't do what we want next Wednesday, we've got to go and make the video. There was no input from us, and we tried it with Charlotte sometimes. We met Mike Mansfield and we gave him the book from which the song came from. We were trying to get him into the feel of it, and we wanted like an old Asylum, a kind of old film noir kind of thing, and it turned out like that. I mean, it was enough to kill any sort of aspirations towards making a decent video. It was like one of the worst moments of my life, I think, when we first saw the Charlotte Sometimes video back. We didn't even have a say in picking the girl, you know, and he was like the key to the whole video. I don't know how they used to get away with it. I suppose it's because it had nothing to do with us, because we weren't paying for them. That's all I can think of. And I think our complete lack of interest was probably a big factor as well. Within the group, there's sort of this unspoken term, I suppose, what I want is usually what happens. But, I find it very difficult to compromise when we're playing music, when we're writing music, when we're making records. I know exactly what I want it to be like, and if people disagree with me, I mean, there's always wild differences in the group. They're usually worked out, but if those differences arise time after time with the same person, it becomes a bit pointless, constantly arguing. I mean, I spend most of my time then either, you know, backing down or like trying to coerce someone to do what I want. And the whole thing's supposed to be fun. I've always thought that. I've never liked the idea of the group existing with a fixed line-up, because that's how other people see the group. You know, they see the group as X, Y, Z and A. I always like to sort of change it around. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'd play in a group with anyone that I got on with, whether they could play music or not. It's far more to do with that, to do with the personalities involved, really. And I don't know, in the past there've been a few people who've just really not liked what I want to do, and they've left. I think it achieved exactly what we wanted to achieve, which was to make me and Lowell look completely stupid. Surrogate Tears for Fears video. We were just trying to sort of shatter all the illusions that people had built up about us of being very remote, very sullen, moody, you know, constantly living in darkness, hanging upside down. We just wanted to do something which was so stupid that people wouldn't actually be able to accept that it was me and Lowell. And it worked. I couldn't accept it as me and Lowell for years. Used to deny that it was us at all. I think Lowell's like a blanket, really. Like an old blanket. It gets very threadbare and sort of dirty, and you don't really think about why you're carrying it about until someone says, "Why are you carrying that dirty old threadbare blanket?" And then you suddenly realise that you couldn't throw it away and get a new one, because you've become sort of emotionally attached through mutual experience. I think Lowell is that blanket. Who loved that? At that time, everything had just got too much. Really, the whole thing had become too intense and very depressing, and just everything seemed to be wrong, and we didn't seem to really be achieving what I wanted us to achieve. It just, I don't know, we seemed to be sort of stagnating, and me and Simon were just fighting all the time, and eventually it just got to the point where Simon left, and there's just me and Lowell left, and I just couldn't face, after how close I'd been to Simon and how good I thought the group had been for about 2 years as a three-piece, I thought, and we didn't seem to have got anywhere, really. I mean, we'd made pornography, which I was really pleased, you know, really proud of, and no one else liked it. And it just, everything sort of seemed to be going wrong, so I decided just to go off for a few months. So I just sort of disappeared. I took a tent and went camping around, dossing around England, and I just found that I was writing songs again, and remember the Oxford Road show. I phoned the office like once a week just to see, you know, how everyone was and what was going on. And they'd asked us to play, so I thought it'd be good just to say yes, even though we didn't have a group. And that would force me to do something, because I was getting even worse, I was getting more depressed. So we just sort of, we threw together, I don't know, a group from nowhere, and just went and did it. And it was really, I suppose, part of it was, I was sort of trying to prove to Simon, looking back, that the group could carry on without him. It was sort of, there was a kind of pride involved, and that the sort of the songs and the idea of the group was more important than any of the individual members. It was that sort of idea. So I thought, I just need to get anyone with me on stage and just play songs for pornography. It was actually set up as a promotional exercise for Let's Go to Bed. And we were supposed to do Let's Go to Bed on it, but at the last minute we changed it and did songs from pornography, much to everyone's horror. had like 2 weeks from being told to actually performing, and it was all just thrown together, and it was really good fun, and I actually enjoyed myself like I hadn't for about 2 years, and I felt really like I was singing. Playing concerts is just, it was one of the motivations also for being in a group, just wanting to perform in front of people. You can sort of have, it's just like experience, I suppose. It's just, if you start to question it, you start to question doing anything, really. It's all it is just experience. I'd enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, the group wouldn't play live. I don't really think that you have to. I think it adds a dimension to a group. Like, you can interpret songs. If you play together for long enough, you actually establish a communication within a group, and it actually enhances what you play when you go into the studio. I mean, the last record we played, I think, is the best one we've ever done, because we went into the studio and we played live. We played as a group, and it shows. I mean, you know, groups that don't play live and that go in and build records rather than play them, you can tell. I mean, there's room for that as well, and people like it, and it's very popular, very successful. But again, it's just something that I don't really like. There's like a sense of communion as well when you play live. When you play a good concert, it transcends the idea of a group playing live, because I'm sure that most people going to a concert, if it's a good night, it has not that much to do with the group. It's like you meet other people that like what you like, and it's just a whole event, and that's what I like. Is the atmosphere of that, being part of that, is something that, making all the records in the world, you just can't get that. You can't actually get that kind of physicality. As we were just about to go into the studio and record the Kiss Me album, I wanted to set up some concerts for the group, so that we'd, the idea of us being able to play together, like, in front of an audience, it would actually make us feel like a group. So when we went into the studio, we'd play like a group. And I thought when we come out of the studio, we're going to have a lot of new songs. So therefore, when we go out and play live again, we're going to be playing a lot of new songs. So we're going to have to discard a lot of the old songs. And I just wanted to capture us at that point, playing everything that that we'd recorded up to that point, because I thought we were playing really well. I thought the group sort of looked good and it sounded good. And I just wanted to have it, because no one ever films us, so I just wanted it done on video just for our sake. First bit, it was the first one that we saw when the film was being done. It was the first one that was put together, and we asked to see some of it to see what it looked like. And we were still recording down in Miraval in France, and it just sort of reminds me. It's just a selfish reason. Just reminds me of that whole time. And also, as soon as I saw it, it made me feel exactly like I feel on stage. It's just got that sort of feeling about it that it makes me squirm almost. It's happened so slowly, and I suppose I've grown used to people from time to time coming up to me saying, "I really like your last record." That it seems natural. It's not the kind of, I mean, we don't have a kind of an adulation, I suppose, we do in certain countries, but it's only there because it's manufactured. I always think there's this kind of manufactured hysteria which surrounds any group once you attain a certain level of success. But for me personally, what I do, and it hasn't changed over the years, where I go, who I see. In some types of fame, are secondary to what you do. I mean, you don't become the president of America because you want to be famous, but it goes hand in hand with the job. And it's how I think of what we do. It's regrettable in some ways. I don't really think I could recognise Ennio Morricone in an Italian restaurant, but he is more famous than I am. And yet in the same Italian restaurant, I can't say, "Oh, you're that bloke out of Cure, I don't like you." So, it differs all the time. There's different degrees of it, and it's just something I think if it happens slowly enough and you understand why it's happening and you don't go seeking it, I think it's controllable.